Welcome back to Everett Barbecue. I'm Joe Everett. Today we're going to cook a brisket on the Masterbuilt Gravity Series. Give Chaz Michael his due. Pecan and hickory for beef. Prime grade brisket. We are at 16.3 pounds. Time to get to work on this. I'm just removing the silver skin here. We're gonna go with a little bit of my all-purpose. And this is my beef rub. In the refrigerator you go. I think that's a pretty good looking brisket. All right. I was gonna attempt the top rack, and then after gauging the size of this monster, I think we'd just be better served putting her in there. Just enough room for the top there. Okie doke. All right, just over an hour in. 250. I so want to get in there and take a look. Maybe even give it a spritz, but you all know that ain't right. I figure I'd just take this opportunity and tell you all my intentions. I'm cooking at 250 and I really want to get it nice and slow and low. You know I like my briskets barky. At this point, I have it at 250. I'd almost like to do 225, but it's October now. Doesn't keep me from wearing shorts and a t-shirt. Hey, it's fat guy weather. Fat guy weather is 50s, 60s. We're born for this, y'all. At any rate, I really want to go for a nice barky texture on this, so that's the big reason I've got it at 250, and that's why you really shouldn't be touching it, opening it, doing anything in the first 2 to 3 hours, depending on how you're cooking your brisket. So just a checkup. Running it still at 250. It has been just over 3 hours, and I got to rat the Masterbuilt out again. The power went off, and fortunately I was right here. I was able to just turn it right back on, but you're seeing this for the first time with me. This is just after 3 hours. I put it in just before 6 a.m. We're just after 9 a.m. right now. Oh, good night. Come on in for the real thing. Yes, sir. Okay. We're gonna have to get a spritz on that. And one thing on spritzing, I use a wide angle, so a pretty wide spritzer, because I can get up close on the thing. I think some people use the direct long shot mist because they've got a lot of meat that they need to shoot from distance, but since I can get up on this, I really like this spritz. Get it right on that meat where it's dried up some. Spritz number 3. And don't she look nice? I'm gonna give y'all a close-up on that. I mean, this is half the fun of cooking brisket. Up close and personal spritzerific. I believe this is gonna be the final spritz, especially since this probe's dead to me. It's said 190 for the last 2 hours. We're 6 hours in, by the way. But have a look at the fat if you can see the color difference. It's no longer as whitish. And it's starting to squish in. But it doesn't have 100% give. She's feeling good though. And this bark is just plenty set. Man, it's tough not to touch. Oof. Oh yeah. All right. I think that's where we want it. This thing is so flavorful right now. And I gotta say it, one day, you guys, we're gonna have that smell feature on YouTube. All right, we're gonna wrap and I'm trying to get this bad boy off of here. I'm using a couple of sheets of meat paper because it's a big old hunk of meat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going back onto the fire and I'm gonna jack it up to 275. We're there. I'm not too worried about the point as much as just the feel of the, you know, I think I'm gonna take it just a little bit longer. It's just more about a feel and then I'll take it out. I'm gonna let it sit here for about 15, throw it in the cooler for a probably 2-hour rest. It is time to pull this bad boy. Nice and jiggly here. This paper, again, I don't know if the camera's picking one up, but look at this here. It has taken some of the crust. Ugh. I tell you. You just can't get good paper these days. Well, there's only one way this grain's going. Oh, she's cutting up nice and easy. The knife's just kind of falling through, guys. We're getting into that fatty. And there's our flat. Yeah, not bad for the old Masterbuilt. Masterbuilt got a pretty decent smoke ring on there. I cut it a little thicker than I'd like. Not bad. Ooh, getting rub all over. Hopefully I'm not getting. The other video I got brisket grease all over the lens. Let's see how we're doing. Here's how we ended up, y'all. I will have to say though, I mean, this is prime grade. Let's see how we did. Oh boy. Isn't that just everybody's favorite part? You still can just shred up the burnt ends, almost like pulled pork. Best part of the cow. Well, I gotta say it, that is a great brisket. The rub turned out The Masterbuilt got a little out of hand. It did its job, it put some good flavor on there, but be it as it may, the machine was a little bit tough to control. But of course, the results, favorable. Very juicy, very juicy. My shiny purple glove should give it away, but I know I'm gonna sound like a arse here, but I'm pretty pleased with how that beef rub is coming out in the final cook. No injection, my all-purpose rub, and then some heavy beef rub on the crust there. I'll put the recipe in the description. You'd be surprised with a little bit of celery seed does the texture overall. I think I've got like I want to say half a teaspoon, quarter teaspoon. I may make it a whole teaspoon after this. I mean, I'm really tender in the meat, but like I said, brings out that texture in your rub, especially on beef. I'm gonna have to call that a wrap. Look at me and tell me you don't want some brisket now. Whoever made that rub, send him to prison. Yeah, and I mean that now. Welcome back to Everett Barbecue. It's 5:30 a.m. and the brisket bandito is on the loose.